Well, hey family, this is Darlene stopping in really quick to let you guys know about the pendants, the mass pendants that will be on the beadhustler.com website, the new website that is coming up. I am just about done with everything that needs to be done with the inventory, registering the business, just kind of doing everything that needs to be done behind the scenes in addition to inventory for the website. So there'll be all type of pendants. So you got the mass pendants like this, and just to give you an idea of what they look like on necklaces, there's a couple of necklaces that I've posted in the Facebook group, I think, that'll give you an idea too about what the necklaces look like. So this is just a couple of them. I'm not going to put them all on camera because when people go to the website, I want them to be surprised by what they see. Like this whole little area right here, it's naked because I'm waiting on my organizers to come in. So I've got organizers coming in that'll set here on this table against the wall where I am going to situate all the inventory. So I just designated this little area all over here that'll be the beadhustler.com station. So it'll have like all the pendants, it'll have all the beads, it'll have all the supplies, it'll have all that good stuff, right? So just working on a lot of really nice pendants. I mean, like really nice pendants. So this is just some of them, some of the masks. I thought these came out really nice, and I've got a lot of interest for them already. So these will be something you'll find on the beadhustler.com in addition to some other stuff. And we still got a couple of days left for the jewelry competition over on the Jewelry by BDK Creator Zone Facebook group. And them ladies are already making some, I mean, really nice pieces. I mean, people are just absolutely positively talented. I'm just like, wow, it's amazing. And if you haven't thought about it, you still got a couple of days because it closes out on, well, today's the 29th, right? Closes out on the 31st, and then we're going to allow a couple of days for members to vote. And whichever album, designer album, gets the most hearts is the one that will win the $50 cash prize that I will cash app to the winner. And if we have a tie, I will be the tiebreaker for the competition. And then we're going to allow, it ends on the 31st, but I think we're going to allow, I don't know if I said 3 or 4 days. I'm going to have to go back and look over there in Facebook and put what I put. I think I said 4 days or something because everybody is not on Facebook every day. So we want to give people the opportunity to, this darn phone and my alarm is always forever going off. And I have the alarm situated for a certain time, like every 10 minutes. And I'll snooze it. I won't turn it off. I'll just snooze it. So like while I'm moving around, it helps me, you know, keep intact with what the time is. Okay, so yeah, 3 days, 4 days, whatever that is, I'll go over there and check that out to allow members chance to vote. After we figure out who wins, I'll send them the $50 by Cash App. And what else was it? And then no sooner after that, we're going to go ahead and start the the celebrity collaborative shipping. We're going to start that out. And then I'm working on a couple of personal projects on my own where I'm sending out some things and kind of doing some stuff behind the scenes too. So I was watching, there's a program on Netflix, and if you're on Netflix, you've probably seen it, and I'm not going to say the name on here, but it's with, oh my God, how can I, with the Queen, and, you know, how they have, what does she call them? Not the Star. Do she call them the Star? the angel, the star, the whatever it is. But, you know, they, with the castles and all that, it's about marrying women off to rich men. And I was watching last night while I was working, and I'm like, they have on, every woman on there has on a necklace set. So a necklace, you know, with the earrings. They're very simple and they're very dainty. But then I noticed with the women of, like the queen and older women, you know, that are more situated and have a little bit more status, their necklaces were a little bit more chunky, like slightly more chunky. You know, they stood out a lot more in the sense of substance, you know, like money. And I was like, oh, shoot, well, that just kind of gave me an idea. I'm going to have to send some stuff over to, I'll drop a hint, Shonda. Okay? I'm going to have to pack up a nice little package and send that on over. And I said that more than once. And I have to say this again, too. If it be God's will, then that is the reality for my jewelry pieces. But I bless and claim this. Y'all gonna see my pieces on people in the movies, on television shows. I bless it and I claim it because I can see it. I can see it even before it happens, right? And I went to one of the museums, actually to two of them. I went to one here in San Diego to, you know, just kind of check out the space and everything to see if it was a place where I would want my collection to be. The one place I really didn't like it because the foot traffic wasn't really heavy, and I went 2 different days. And I'm thinking it may be because of COVID, and then eventually I think things will probably pick back up. So then I went to another one, a museum in Oceanside to, you know, just kind of look and check things out. And now keeping in mind, both of these places, you would have to be a member. And your collection is jury. There's a jury that says yes, no, or maybe to if your pieces, you know, fit. And I was like, okay, well, that's a good way to do it too, though. So I went in, checked out what they already had and, you know, different things like that. And I literally can see my pieces in museums. I could see my pieces because to me, they're art. They're not just jewelry, they're art. And I literally create with the mindset that I'm creating art. I'm not just making jewelry, I am creating art, right? It's wearable art, but it's still art. So for me, I can see my pieces on a whole nother level, just like literally. And I've always thought that and known that it's just not for everyday wear. They're more like for costumes, like, you know, for people, television and theater and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I could see that. I could see that for my, you know, for my line. And that's something that I'm really working towards, doing some things behind the scenes to really, you know, and trying to tap into networks and different people and places and things to like really make that happen for myself. And, you know, if it, like I said again, if it be God's will, if it's not God's will, then okay, fine, that's cool. I don't have a problem with that. But I don't think that God puts a vision in us, and it is not the reality. It is not what that reality is supposed to be. I just don't serve that kind of God. I know that He will give us, you know, He'll give us visions. He'll give us insight. He will allow us to see things that are supposed to be. And for me, with that, I do a lot of prayer and meditation. So with the prayer and meditation, you know, it has always worked for me. So again, I just say if it be God's will, then so shall it be. But y'all stay tuned. TV, television, theaters, all those places, you know, I can see, I can literally see, you know, my designs in that, in those arenas, right? But that's it for today. Just wanted to stop by and show you guys some of the pieces. That's going to be on the beadhustler.com website, and kind of drop some snippets regarding the jury making competition, and that's coming to a close. And just got some more stuff situated, and gonna announce to you guys soon if you want to participate in it, and if you don't, that's fine too. And for those of you that do, thank you. always for your support. And it's not just for me, it's for all of us. And many of you will say, Darlene, well, thank you for sharing the information, you know, and thank you for being so free with the information. And I mean, how much sense would that make for you to know something and not share it? Now, do y'all get everything? Absolutely not. Y'all don't get everything, but you do get, I mean, it only makes sense. It only makes sense because my blessing is not your blessing. Your blessing is not my blessing. That's just not the way God works. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. I do what I do. You do what you do. She do what she do. He do what he do. It's just what it is. And if you always run around here scared like somebody is going to take something, you know, that you're doing, or, I mean, sorry, it's just what it is. I mean, it's what it is. Anytime you put it into a public domain, there's a chance for, you know, people to duplicate it. Just remember that you are the originator of it. And Little Richard told us that all the time. He said, I was the originator of rock and roll, right? So they try to take it from Little Richard and give it to Elvis Presley. Everybody know Little Richard created that stuff. That was Little Richard. And he always told you that he was the originator, you know. And as long as you know, who cares? Who cares what anybody copies? Who cares? I mean, you know what? Just have some goals set for yourself. Stay steadfast in what it is that you're doing. Have faith in what it is that you're doing, and just believe in what it is that you're doing. And all things will work together for good for those who what? Who love the Lord and called according to his purpose. Y'all know. Shoot, don't get me started on no sermon this morning, because you know I will. But anyway, Darlene Knight, Jewelry by BDK. Guess what, folks? We'll talk soon.